guys, Kitty here. I thought I would do just a bit of a random chatty kind of video today. I'm going to do some tag questions. I'll probably just ramble a bit, just talk about stuff that's going on at the minute. My lovely assistant Stitch is already probably licking his butt next to me because that's what he likes to do when I'm filming. So I have a list of 10 how questions. Stitch is grooming the bed. I don't even know. Yeah, so I thought I would do the 10 how questions to kind of get going and then talk about things like, at the minute I'm doing a lot of wedding planning and things like that. So number one, how did you get one of your scars? So the most obvious of my scars would be this one on my face here. When I first did it, it was much bigger. It kind of went right down my face. So when I was a teenager, I was what we in Grimsby like to call a grebo. Apparently that word doesn't really seem to exist anywhere else. I'm gonna put my phone on silent. Yeah, I was what we call a grebo, which is like a skater or whatever word you might have kind of colloquially used. And I used to wear those huge flared jeans, like the ones that when you were walking around and it was wet, the water would just seep up through them, like you couldn't see your feet or anything. They were huge flared things. And I had had some writing published in some teen magazine, like Elle Girl I think it was actually. And I was in a theatre group and I really wanted to take it to my theatre group and show them because I was really impressed with myself. I forgot it, so I jumped back out of the car, ran back to the house. I got to the house, but like with my face smashing into the house because I stepped in the inside of the shoes and tripped over. It was awful. Had to have stitches in my face and have the dressings changed really regularly, and they thought I was going to need plastic surgery because of how bad it looked when I first had it done. But didn't need them, and I actually really love my scar. Like when it was my prom and things, people wanted to cover it up, like they wanted to fill it in and get rid of it, but I really like it. It's part of my face and it's mine and it's what makes me me, so I really like that I have a scar on my face. I used to tell people like all kinds of random array of different lies about how I got it that wasn't I was wearing really big jeans and I tripped over. But yeah, that's what actually happened. Number two, how did you celebrate your last birthday? So my last birthday, I was 28 and that was only a few weeks ago. I stayed in all day by myself pretty much. Well, all morning at least I stayed in by myself because Stu was at work and he couldn't get the day off. Then I actually took my mum, mother of the bride, outfit shopping a few different places. We actually we went to this little town that's kind of known for its boutiques and things, and we really needed to pee, so we went in a pub and we were planning on doing, you know, the nice thing, you buy a drink and stuff because you can use the facilities, except that we walked in and it absolutely reeked of smoke. They were clearly like a regulars only kind of a pub and they were obviously smoking in there, so we just sort of went straight through to the loos, and then my mum noticed a back door, so we thought, oh, we'll pop out of that one instead. And as we walked back around the front of the pub to kind of carry on our way again, some old boy was shouting out of the window that we were bastards. I can't think what the word was, rude bastards I think it was actually, which I thought was hysterical because, you know, we just used the loo, and yes, obviously we should have bought a drink, but the pub was full of smoke and it was disgusting, so I wasn't going to sit in a pub where everyone was smoking. It's against the law in England for starters, but that just sort of really made me laugh that I got called a rude bastard on my birthday. Then I came home and Stu finished work, so I had my present from him, which was a how to start drinking it again kit with like Tanqueray 10 in it, which is my favourite gin, and then lemonade and limes and also a sick bucket because it's been so long since I had a drink. Then we went out for dinner to a little local pub with my auntie and uncle, my nana and granddad, and I had some presents and stuff. It was pretty chilled out kind of a day. but I'm not much of one for my birthday. They always tend to go a bit wrong if I try and plan like a party or like going out or anything with my friends, so I never bother. I just tend to try and keep them pretty quiet instead, so that's what I did for my birthday. Number 3, how am I feeling at this moment? A bit anxious because my stepsons don't know about Sinbad yet, and they're coming here in about an hour or so, and we're going to have to tell them. And I know they're going to be really upset, which is going to make me upset. And yeah, it's going to be a whole bit of a mess, so I'm just going to, yeah, we're done with that question. How did my night go last night? Me and Stu sat and binge watched Suits. Suits is on Netflix, or at least the first 3 series of it. It's about a kid who accidentally ends up in kind of a lawyer associate interview at a top law firm, and he's trying to hide from the police, and he ends up actually getting hired even though he doesn't have a law degree, and it's brilliant. Like, I wasn't sure what I was going to think of it because it's quite different to anything we would usually watch, but it's really, really good, and the dynamics with the characters in it are brilliant. There's a character called Lewis Litt who Stu thinks half of him is like me, basically, because he's a massive cat lady and he loves Star Trek and he's a total nerd, but he's brilliant. Like, you can totally love him in one episode and then really root to have him completely ruined in the next episode, and that is the sign of a really good actor. So I definitely recommend it. I think they're actually on the 6th series, it's just that there's only the first 3 on Netflix, so when we're finished watching it on Netflix I'm gonna have to try and find wherever they are that I can watch the other ones, because it's brilliant and I really want to watch it. I also was sat cutting up the chair decorations for our wedding, because I didn't want to have the traditional seat covers, you know, like the white with the bows on them, because it doesn't really fit with the theme of our wedding. Our wedding is kind of festival themed, I guess. So instead we're having like a ton of ribbons. So last night I sat and cut 250 meters of ribbon up. Got the same again and a bit more to do, but actually it was going a lot quicker than I thought it was, with Stu helping me. Like, as I cut them, he kind of organised them to keep them flat so that I could re-roll them back around like the original mounts that they were on, with the ribbons on, so I can kind of keep them a bit safer and away from certain creatures that might want to play with the ribbons, because they were helpful too, weren't they, Stitches? He's just going to sit and groom himself in the corner. I don't know if you can see him or not, but he's just down there licking his tail. He's a little creep. How did I do in high school? I was a nerd. I did really well at school. I really enjoyed the actual lessons and stuff. Didn't like school in terms of the people and stuff very much. I was bullied and things, but I liked the lessons and I liked learning, and I was a massive nerd who felt that I had to do really well, because otherwise I was a failure and everyone was going to hate me. Joys of anxiety. But yeah, I was a massive nerd who did do well at school. I got, in my GCSEs, I think I got 9 A's and 2 B's. I was a nerd because I was really pissed off about those 2 B's. That's the kind of nerd that I was. Where did I get the shirt that I'm wearing? This is from ASOS Curve, one of my favourite places to shop. Sleeves aren't quite long enough because I'm tall and therefore they're never quite long enough, but it's got that lace up detail. I'm molting like crazy because I only just washed my hair, so I'm like covered in my own hair already, but it's got that lace up detail that's really kind of on trend right now with the 70s stuff that I really, really like. I actually think when you're not a particularly busty person like me, kind of does good with showing off what you've got without it just looking a bit pitiful, because it does sometimes on me. Anything that's like for properly curvy girls who have boobs tends to look a bit like, oh, Kitty's got no boobs on me. But I like these kind of tops, so I'm gonna try and buy some more. I've seen a few different places selling them, so I want some more. How often do I see my best friends? Not as often as I would like. My best friends, only one of them lives locally, and her name is Val. She works nights. She's been my best friend since secondary school, since we were like 11 years old, so I've known her for like 17 years or something now, which is pretty crazy. But she works nights, so she often comes and sees me like for her breakfast. So she'll come and see me once she's kind of woken up before she goes to work, when I've gotten back from work, and we'll hang out then. She's one of my bridesmaids. And then my other best friends, Roswell Ivory, lives on a boat, which is pretty badass. I've not seen said boat yet still, and there's moored up I think in Milton Keynes, but she is a full-time travelling model, so she tends to work her tours around being able to come via Grimsby and see us, because otherwise I would never get to see her because she's always travelling, which is pretty amazing. And then like most of our friends then are kind of mutual friends, like they're not so much couple friends, we don't necessarily have couple friends, but they're people who we are friends with where we happen to be friends with both people from the couple and hang out with them in our local pub maybe every couple of weeks or so. I'm much more antisocial than Stu is, so he tends to go a little bit more. He's there watching the football at the minute actually. My other bridesmaids, Jess and Olivia, again both of the full-time travelling model variety photography has led to me meeting really amazing people. So Jess I'd probably see maybe once a year, which does suck, but she's amazing and I'm so proud of her for doing so well. Olivia maybe sort of 3 or 4 times a year. I see her a little bit more regularly because she only lives about an hour away, so it makes things much easier in terms of I could go and see her one evening if I wanted to, rather than thinking I've got to go all the way to London or we've got to try and figure out where she's touring and things. I can pop and see her a lot easier. How much money did I spend last month? All of my money. I don't have much disposable income, and at the minute I'm doing really important things like trying to figure out what nail varnish I want to wear when I get married, so I've bought a few nail varnishes and I've bought some makeup and things lately, which I've shown you because I've gotten a bit obsessed with makeup. I've never been much of a makeup person, but just lately I really like it. And then I've bought odd bits to cheer myself up with everything that's happened with Sinbad. Girl's gotta buy things for herself sometimes, you know. Bit of shopping always helps cheer me up. I've had to do essential stuff as well, like one of my lights, the bulb got bent in like the connection point, so obviously I had to replace that. I needed a tripod for my camera that I'm using now because the one that was for my phone, when I was using my phone to film, it doesn't actually fit the camera. So rather than just buy like a cheap couple of quid one, I bought a GorillaPod because that's way easier and it's so good. I'm really impressed and I'm really glad I got myself the GorillaPod one because you can like, the 3 legs on it are like totally flexible, so you can bend and shape them to any position that you might need them to be in. I bought a couple of homeware bits, actually. I don't know if you want to see it, the pineapple behind me, that silver pineapple, I bought that from New Look. I really love pineapples and I couldn't resist that at all. It's so cute. And I bought Stu some Batman Converses in the sale on Shoe. Normally when it's like a character Converse they're sort of £70 or £80 and they were reduced to £24.99, and I couldn't resist because they even have Batman themed laces. They're amazing and he totally loves them as well, which is awesome. I like to kind of, we don't do Valentine's Day or anything like that, we like to sort of randomly surprise each other, so it was I was glad to be able to do that. But yeah, wedding stuff is eating my money at the moment like crazy, so I have no money for ever and ever again basically. How old do I want to be when I get married? I will be 28 because I get married 3 months yesterday. I get married, so today in 3 months will be my first time waking up as Mrs. Morriswood, which is pretty exciting. I keep teasing Stu about it actually because yeah, I'm gonna wake up as his wife for the first time 3 months today, which is it's pretty awesome. I never thought I'd actually get married, and yeah, it's like super close now and like super serial. So and how old will I be at my next birthday? I'll be 29. Last year of my 20s. Most people would probably be freaking out a bit that their 30s were so close, but I really couldn't care less about turning 30. I think because Stu's older than me and all of my friends are older than me pretty much, age is just a bit irrelevant. It's that cliche of it is just a number, and I'm really not bothered about it at all. So if I was 30 next year instead of 29 next year, again it would be like, okay, birthday, whatever. I've had a bit of a move around in here, you might be able to tell. Okay, if you want to come for a snuggle, you can come for a baby snuggle. Yes. So you can see behind me the Amazing Mermaid and the Shark print, and they're by Bay Bad Girl. I bought them a little while ago and I've had them in this room but on the opposite wall to my filming wall. And I thought, why are they on that wall when no one can see them? I may as well have them on the wall behind me. And I also finally started being organised and getting some stuff to actually hang up some of the stuff that I bought for in here, because I used to have loads of prints by my favourite photographers in here, except that they're all kind of the naked lady variety, so not appropriate to have in videos on YouTube. So I've been, alright Bubby, there you go. So I've been changing them for something that's more appropriate. So there's like the stag head that Stu thinks is the most hideous thing he's ever seen. I love it to bits. And then there's another stag higher up, which I'm not sure if you've ever seen, that's white and silver and glittery. There's a picture of Ashen, which again, I don't think you'll be able to see. But yeah, my aim is to fill the wall. So it's probably going to get a bit busy back there. Soz, but that's what I'm doing. I can't resist. But yeah, like I say, at the minute the big thing that I'm doing is just wedding stuff constantly. My camera died before I could say goodbye, so hope you enjoyed this kind of rambly video. If you want to see more, give me a thumbs up, comment, let me know. I'll speak to you again soon. Bye!
You're ridiculous. Are you getting me? You're gonna get me. Are you getting me? Terrifying Stitches. Terrifying. Gorgeous man.